Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bazil. Welcome to another constructive feedback video for Carbine. Now, I'm hoping that this second one goes as well as the first one. Got a lot of really good developer interaction and community feedback, so I figured I'd hit another hot topic that a lot of people are not willing to talk about openly, and that's completely fine because I completely understand where that would be coming from. This topic is about the community team that Carbine has and some constructive feedback for you guys. I want to point out right away that this video is not directed at any one person or persons. This is directed to Carbine itself and to the entire company, but more specifically for the community management team. And as you can tell, I'm not really going to enjoy doing this video. A little nervous, but it needs to be said. And again, I'm very passionate about this game and this community, so I will raise my voice, but don't misconstrue that as me being angry or anything else negative. It's just purely that I'm very, very passionate about this game. So let's kind of get started. I've asked around a lot of community members and just a lot of other people, which I did say will remain anonymous, and I'd like to keep it that way. So those of you that have contributed to this document, I do appreciate it. The first thing I want to kind of address is the lack of any support that we have seen after the game launched. From Carbine itself. Now, this is mainly due, kind of directed towards events, community things. You guys were really good in the beta, and then the first 2 months out of live, and then everything just kind of went silent. It's extremely hard to get a hold of anybody. I have tried several times to get a hold of different people, and it just did not end well. A lot of my emails were ignored or not responded to, and no apology was kind of given afterwards. A couple other community members have kind of tried to reach out for different things, such as charity events, or just people that have been doing content for a very long time and have been around since almost day one and have had a hard time getting into the kind of eye of Carbine and saying, hey, thanks for being a part of our community. Here's some cool stuff that you guys can give away, or sure, we'd love to come on your show for an interview or whatever. Again, this is not directed at anyone in particular because that's not fair, because when it comes down to it, you guys are a team. And if someone's dropping the ball, you all are dropping the ball. So I think that it's really fair to address certain issues that have been brought up by certain community members, and that is completely fair. What is not fair is the way that you are treated publicly and the way that you are perceived publicly. Now, the way it goes is most people on the internet are jerks, and that's pretty apparent. But what's not acceptable is the kind of crap that you guys put up with on a daily basis. And community, this kind of addresses to you guys, is, Carbine's messed up a lot, and they have really tried to kind of wipe the poop off of their shoes and made sure that things are starting to move forward. And, I got to commend some of the developers, which are doing a fantastic job at really stepping up and answering community questions, answering forums, anything. There was a couple people that helped me promote my Thanksgiving event, and you guys were phenomenal, and I thank you so much for that. It was a big success, and I'm really grateful for the support that I received, but it wasn't from the correct people, and it shouldn't have been from the people that I received it from. And quite honestly, it's extremely hard to give feedback on this subject without being a little bit negative, but I'm going to do my best. Community support is extremely important, and it's really, really important that as a whole, Carbine starts supporting your community in their events. Even if it's just, hey, tweeting out Warhound Events is going to have some PvP matches tonight. Even if you do that every week, that goes a long way. You don't have to announce it on the stream. You don't have to, make a big deal about it. You can just simply tweet it out, a couple hours beforehand, a day beforehand. Hey, this is happening. So you have to remember that this is extremely important and needs to kind of be the forefront of what brings your game into the limelight of positive publicity. That's really hard to say, apparently. And you guys have not been doing a good job at it. Hands down. I know that you guys may think that you are, or you give that perception that, oh, we're doing, fan art and that kind of stuff. There needs to be more. There needs to be more community interaction, not just from podcasts, not just from events, but from just anybody that promotes your game and does content in your game in a positive light needs to be promoted. I don't care if I never get promoted again. That's not the goal of this video. The goal of this video is not to do self-promotion. The goal of this video is to make sure that Carbine publicly promotes everybody. No one is better than anybody else. No one is higher on the, internet pedestal of anybody else. I don't care if you have 55,000 subscribers. I don't care if you have 4. If you are positively promoting Wildstar, Carbine, you need to actively engage that part of your community. This does 2 things, and 2 really important things. 1, it promotes positivity, and 2, you'll keep those content creators you'll keep those content creators around a lot longer than if you would just simply ignore them. This has been the case of a lot of content creators and people that have been kind of prevalent in the Wildstar community to leave, is because they don't feel that you guys are appreciating what they do. You say, okay, cool, here's our fan site, initiative, that kind of thing, but I don't know anyone who's actually a part of that or gets any positive interactions from you guys from that stuff. And that's not good, especially when you've promoted it and made it an official thing from you guys. So I want to encourage you guys to look at all the content creators that you guys have in your community, because, guys, it's a lot. There's a ton of really awesome people creating a ton of really awesome content for you guys. And not just negatively. There's, honestly, all the content creation people that are out there, it's 99% positive. I want to say it's all positive, but it's internet. People are jerks. So if you can grab one different person a week and promote their stuff, that'll be like Jesus coming down and giving them a kiss. I don't know what other analogy you want to use. It's close to Christmas, so Jesus, whatever. So do that. Say, okay, this person has made 3 videos, and they're all really, really good. Go on Twitter, go on Facebook, promote them on the live stream, do whatever it needs to be done. Even if you just start off with Twitter and Facebook, that's a lot of traffic for that person, and they'll really, really appreciate it. And you know what? If you want to give them swag to give away, or just give them swag because they're awesome and they're creating content, do that. As a company, you guys are able to do that. That's something that's, don't tell me it's not in the budget, because I can't believe that, because, there's a ton of things that you guys can do as a company to actively help promote things. This topic is really, really important. Not just to me, but just to everyone in the community that's a content creator. And it's really difficult to kind of express the frustration from everyone I've received comments on and things that they want me to talk about in just one video. There has been a lot of talk inside the community about just how frustrated and annoyed everyone is at trying to just get anything off the ground when it comes to community anything. And that's not good. It's extremely, like I said, it's very difficult to kind of describe the frustration that everyone's feeling, other than just so something that was asked in this document here is, where is the weekly updates that we used to get from the Nexus report now that we're not doing that? And I would wholeheartedly agree with this. We need to have something, whether it's just a small, 10-minute audio of this is what the updates are planned, this is what's going on, etc., etc. Or even if it's just one big forum post of a weekly update, a weekly a weekly update, a weekly, I don't know what you want to call it. Even that goes a long way. And us having to try and like beg for answers and just do just stupid methods of trying to get our questions answered and our issues acknowledged is just, it needs to stop, guys. It needs to be better, because you're slowly killing your own community from the inside out, and I honestly don't think you guys realize this. And that sucks, because you guys have something so special. You guys have developers and people within your company that are willing to just grab the bull by the horns and run with it. So I think that as a company, you guys need to look at certain people and certain employees, even if they're not employees that even work on the community management team, and say, which one of these employees is extremely good at communicating to the community? Put them in charge of certain aspects of the community, whether it's, hey, you're going to be in charge of Twitter and Facebook and promoting events from week to week. Boom. Problem solved. You don't have to multitask as much. It's all about making sure that your community management team has every aspect covered, and don't just let one or two people cover everything, because that's stupid. Social media is easy. Social media is extremely it's very self-intuitive. You just say, okay, we're going to tweet this, and this week. Type it out, hit tweet. It literally takes 5 seconds. Set up an email. Set up a couple emails that people check throughout the week saying, we have this community event, we have this community event. It's really easy to keep up to date with the community events, because it's always posted on Reddit. It's always posted on the forums, and all someone has to do is just go, bam, link to forum post, tweet. You're done. It's literally that easy. There's no complicated math involved. There's no, okay, well, we have to approve this by the executives, and then go to Barney's and make sure that we have enough gas for the jet, and fly the jet over to Zimbabwe and make sure the Zimbabwe president approves everything. No. You just look at everything, tweet it out, and go bam. Now, granted, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but you get my point. This kind of like promotion stuff on social media really shouldn't be as difficult as it has been for not only myself, but for everybody to get any of their events promoted or even looked at. So that is a big issue, and definitely needs to be addressed. Social media is very lacking. The next question that was submitted to me is, why is it that the best we can get from the team is a retweet or a bump? And this kind of goes along the lines of taking it a step further and promoting one big major event or one big major content creator a week. And this should always be on the live stream show or somewhere else that's like really, really like prominent. Like, have it stickied on the general forums all week, and then it changes to another one, and then it changes to another one. That should not be difficult. Now, obviously, you have to fact check and make sure everyone's legit. There's no scams going on, and I get that. But you need to look inside your company again and say, who's really good at this kind of stuff? Who has the time to browse all these forums and everything? A couple people come to mind, your forum moderators. That's all they do, is they look at the forums and go, okay, this is a bad thread, this is a bad thread, ooh, cool event, this is a bad thread, this is a really good feedback thread, this is a good bad, etc., etc. So if you task some of your forum moderators with not only moderating the forums, but saying, hey, here's a list of, I don't care, pick 3 events a week, and then pull them out of a hat and just go, we're going to promote this one this week. Boom. PM the guy, say, hey, can you write up a thread? I want to sticky it. There you go. Don't even have the person that posted the thread get their thread stickied. Have it officially posted by Carbine or a forum mod. That would be really, really cool and really, really handy. So this kind of promotes a more official presence in the whole community itself. So that also needs to happen. And again, it shouldn't be that hard. And honestly, I know that there's a lot of hoops to jump through when it comes to officially promoting something. But I've seen other companies do it without a blink of an eye, and I understand you have to deal with NCSoft, and I'm not sure how much that actually affects everything. I hope it doesn't affect a lot of things, but it just that needs to happen. And words escape me other than that just needs to happen. So, monthly updates need to happen. Community promotion stuff just needs to happen, guys. The last thing I want to go over is something I don't really want to talk about, but I do personally feel it needs to be addressed, is the way that developers are allowed to interact with the community. And this is something that I'm just going purely off of gut instinct from. Mainly because I don't know how any of your inner workings work, and that's not my place to, theorize or whatever. But the way that your developers work and the way that community interaction works is good, but it needs to be a lot better, especially when it comes to class leads and getting our answers from the correct people. This kind of goes along with my last video I did when I kind of addressed the PvP issues and the lack of communication. This also is kind of just lack of communication on anyone's part, from the community team to the community itself and vice versa. Now, granted, there are a few people on the community management team, and there are a good number of developers in Carbine that have this community interaction thing just perfect, just wonderful. You guys are awesome. Again, not naming names because this is not a popularity contest, but this is a team effort. So everyone could be better at this, even the people that are really good at it. When we have issues in the class forums or in the general forums or in the bug forums or in the housing forums, the questing forums, the add-on forums, etc., and I understand that everything has gone through a restructure. People are starting to get titles. I get all that. Completely understand. But this was bad even before that happened. So you can't use that as an excuse. Interaction with those type of posts and those type of questions need to be handled that day. We cannot keep having the same post over and over and over again, worded 40 different ways, asking, hey, what's going on with this? Hey, what's going on with that? Is there going to be any answer? This has been a problem for the last 3 months, etc., etc. Why is that even we shouldn't even have this problem. It is 2014. It is not hard to go, I'm going to answer this question with a, thank you for addressing this issue. We did not know about that. We will look into it. That's all we're asking for. We're not asking for some complicated math problem-solving answer. We just want, hey, I'm your new class lead. I'm your old class lead. Apologize. This has been an ongoing issue that we're not able to fix yet. We're trying to figure something out. We're trying to figure all this out. Yada, yada, yada. Or, we did not know about this issue. We will look into it. It should not take 45 different posts for something to get finally recognized. That's stupid. Why? There's literally no reason for that. The forum mods, I know, bring all this stuff to your guys' attention because I have personally talked to some of them saying, do you bring these issues to the correct people? And they're like, yes. So, W2F, Carbine. Honestly, please don't do this anymore. It's extremely frustrating, especially when it's an issue that's been in since beta. Like, no. That just cannot happen. So, okay. That's all I got. I do appreciate you guys listening. Carbine, again, you guys are awesome. I know you guys will continue to improve and learn from all your past mistakes like you have been. But this community interaction thing that you guys have a very sore lacking in is a big no-no. Needs to severely improve. You need to look inside your company and see who's doing a really good job and reward those employees. Not just for the reward's sake, but to improve your community and to improve your game. Because I'm telling you guys, if you guys can nail down community interaction and community promotion, guess what? No other MMO does that right now. You'll be the first to, use social media the way it should be. It's there. It's easy. Use it. So that's all I got. Again, you guys are awesome. Have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or evening. See you guys next time. End card.